It's Thursday morning. Just got done taking a shower, head back to the campsite. It's pretty sunny right now, but the forecast says it's supposed to be cloudy, so I don't know which one it's going to be today, but we'll find out. Not nearly as windy as it was yesterday, that's a good thing, but quite a few people getting in today, so should be a good time. Beautiful day. There's Ken, and there's Jiawen. Leroy's over here talking to everybody. So I haven't really been videoing it much, but I've been getting this thing tuned in a little bit. It's getting pretty close now. I'm kind of learning a little bit more about how you tune with straight PIDs, and it's getting there. So I'm gonna do a flight after he lands and kind of show you where I'm at. Sweet. Yeah, it's working pretty well. I haven't really put any effort into the higher head speed. I only flew in my first and second idle up. I haven't messed with idle up 3 yet much, so it's probably not tuned at all, but it's doing pretty good right now. So Patric M4 Max. Oh, that's cool. Woo.
Down comes up a bit.
Ooh. Whoa. That's cool.
Battery said that's enough.
Yeah, I can hear it. Uh-oh.
Damn, buddy. Whoa. Wow. That was awesome.
Got Jiawen out there. Woo! Did you see that?
Wow.
He smacked a piece of grass with his tail.
Twice.
And
Twice.
nice.
This drone could be controlled in a number of different ways because of the control power you have from a helicopter rotor head. So I also, have a control mode that uses cyclic pitch for yaw control. So every rotor contributes to yaw control as opposed to a standard quadcopter that just uses differential pairs of counter-rotating motors. The big benefit of that is on this drone, I can demonstrate shutting down any one rotor in flight and continuing flying without any changes to attitude, altitude, or heading, and minimal pilot effort. The thing almost doesn't care that it's flying with 3 rotors. So I can still achieve all the roll rate, yaw rate with 3 rotors in flight because of having cyclic pitch control on normally what is not a redundant platform.
Yeah.
There's some pluses and minuses to it. Of course, the increased complexity is one thing that you have to account for, but to that you have added safety in flight, redundancy of your control power, and another big thing about helicopter rotor heads, just by their nature, is they're fully scalable to any size you want, as opposed to an RPM controlled system where you have to accelerate and decelerate the fixed pitch propeller. Once your rotor span reaches about 6 feet, you are just in a full state of like loss because of how big your motor needs to be to accelerate that propeller to get adequate time response.
Yeah.
And at that point, that direct drive motor is so heavy that it's not worth it. So
you're gonna fly it?
This, you just use constant RPM.
Yeah, you're gonna fly it.
This is just my TED Talk. It's got a blown ESC right now, so it's not gonna fly.
No.
Yeah, I have a spare speed controller that's put into it, but I'm so over wrenching on everything right now. This is my little TED Talk about it. What's up?
Yeah. Well, you just said it could fly with 3, so now you have no excuse.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
This thing is nuts.
So,
how agile is it?
you'd be surprised, man. It is the sharpest quadcopter I've ever flown.
Really?
You don't wait for any.
Yeah, there's no delay.
And the biggest thing is the yaw control. In any multi-rotor, yaw is always
Yeah,
the
it's
weakest
like-
axis because you have the most inertia in your z-axis, the vertical. In this case, man, my 80-pound quadcopter yaws like a 5-inch race quad.
Really?
Yeah, the flight control is written from the ground up using Simulink.
Jesus Christ.
So, what is this again?
It's a Pixhawk 6X. It's a
I don't think you have enough ports.
Already
You're running
pilot.
out.
Just two spare. And so it's just powered off, you know, a big 3S 2200 going through a 4-in-1 quad ESC powering 4 OMP M2 Evos. And, you know, stuff just kind of being 3D printed as a proof of concept. 3-blade rotors are mandatory
Really?
in this configuration. So the difference between a helicopter and this thing is that the helicopters that we fly, the main rotors are like completely unrestrained. So their vibration characteristics are a little bit different. It's kind of like a free body. Where here it's your vibration source is at the end of a cantilevered beam.
Sounds like you learned that lesson at one
I learned
point.
that lesson the hard way twice on the 2 big drones that we built. They shook themselves apart. And by shake themselves apart, I mean the Goblin RAW gearbox ripped off of the tray and dismantled itself
Nice.
across the field. Because the rotor in the 2-blade form, at its natural frequency being like 1400 RPM, met with the natural frequency of the boom at that length, and
Bad things happen.
creates such a spike in vibration that if you don't pass through it quick enough, things just don't hold together. And it was only after ripping 2 of them apart that we found a paper written by NASA in the 1950s
Wow.
that said odd number rotor heads are much smoother than even number rotor heads. And so we went with a 3-blade because Goblin makes 3-blade raw heads, and immediately all of our problems went away. Smooth as silk, any RPM we want, lots of control power, lots of pitch, good thrust at lower RPM, so technically you can operate quieter. Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea, you know. Very much proof of concept, something that hasn't been done before, challenges that haven't been discovered before, solutions that we have to create for these. So also there's a control mode that we created that allows this craft to in flight translate completely level
Wow.
without changing its attitude. So kind of like
That
a
makes
car,
sense,
like
yeah.
a bus or whatever. So when it
Good
comes-
for a camera.
when it comes to passenger comfort in the
Oh.
air taxi world.
Yeah.
This might be equivalent to riding on the bus for grandma instead of,
Yeah.
you know. It's a shame that we are over 55 pounds on the 2 big ones we built. And that was kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because the regulatory approvals for flying that are
hard to do.
incredible.
Yeah.
In scale and effort.
Yeah.
Where it's also disappointing to me that the AMA is of zero help to me. Pretty much said, figure it out yourself. After talking with the head guy of the safety department, I don't want to use any names, but pretty much said, nobody's ever come to us with an RC helicopter above 55 pounds. And I'm like, well, here's your first one.
Time to learn.
Let's get this started. I'll help you write the rule book if you need to, you know?
Yeah.
Because this is nothing other than 4 commercially available, off-the-shelf helicopters just put together in an arrangement that hasn't been done before, but all the parts are OEM.
Yeah.
The airframe is not,
Already tested.
but has been tested. So, unfortunately, the AMA was no help. So, how to fly it at IRCHA, I have no idea. Unless I make a 54.9 pound variant,
Yeah.
which I would like to. I would really like to.
You can do
But
like a 600 instead of a 700. Don't they have a 580 KST?
it would have to be like a 500 size
Yeah.
rotor, something like that.
How much does it weigh?
What?
The big one.
80.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's more than I thought.
I mean, how much is a Goblin Raw?
Yeah.
Fully ready to fly?
12 pounds probably.
Times 4?
48.
You're at the weight limit
Yeah.
on just rotor mechanics. Because subtract the carbon frames and the tail boom, you're down maybe a pound.
Yeah.
There's really not much weight there.
Right.
The rotor head, the battery, the motor, the power plant, that's the biggest
That's all the
weight.
weight. Yeah.
So even call it 10 pounds times 4, you almost have no allowance for a damn airframe that can hold it all.
Yeah.
And the airframe alone right now weighs 25 pounds. We could probably get it shaved down by decreasing the thickness of our carbon booms, like the tubes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it might be a gamble. Right now we're using carbon fiber drive shafts from race cars. Very
For
strong.
what?
For the arms
Oh.
on the big one. 5 foot long, big tubes.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, you know, they're very torsionally stiff.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of what
keeps
they're
it-
for.
Keeps it stiff.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Cool proof of
Very
concept.
cool.
There's the paper.
Blade 700. Yeah.
Tail case, all one piece.
Yep. One piece tail.
It's beefy, man. It's beefy.
Okay. Very clean. Very clean.
It's a helicopter for
Very
sure.
clean.
Yep.
Dude, this head,
got
man.
blades.
That is something.
I mean, so Gary, he's actually running 730s on these.
Wow.
And 115s, I think.
Wait, blades?
Yeah, with 115.
He runs, so
No way.
there's a couple options. You can get a 14 tooth tail pulley,
These are 7
and he's got
size
you can
blades?
get an optional lower KB motor. Yep.
What is that?
That's the FC 6350.
It's a new one.
63. Ooh.
Wow.
That's 100.
of
That's
cool stuff
100
you guys
better,
have.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Dude. From the ARMA stuff, man.
Yeah,
love
look,
it,
they
dude.
say
I
armor
love
right
it.
on it.
Did it really? Yeah.
That's optional. So the
yeah.
ones that come with it are just independent pins, but a lot of people are
Yeah, no, but
that's
I
what we've
mean,
been doing.
this
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, man.
Man, that is it.
If you're like me, you're gonna lose a bunch of those.
Yeah, usually what I do actually, kind of my habit now is I pin them to my wings.
Yeah.
I don't use them.
Yep.
That's actually a good
That's what I did.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of them.
Canopy, man.
These
This
are the
canopy's
pre-production
it.
ones, so there's a couple of differences. This one's the actual production one, so got rid of like the bevel right there.
Oh, sure.
Made it a little bit more beefy.
So I'm going to be cutting my fingers on, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Was it a 45-30? 45-25?
This is it is a 4735 540.
40? Wow, that's a big motor.
It's a big can.
Dude,
It's solid,
I love
dude.
the
I've
tall
been
skids.
having fun. You like
I
it?
love tall
It's a
skids.
two-piece
stance, man.
It's a two-piece skid. So if you crash and you break one, you can actually replace just half of it.
That's
that.
cool.
So it kind of,
Yeah.
so it's split down the middle. So.
Yeah.
I noticed this. Is that another place for the gyro if you want it?
Well, Haley put his like right here.
You can mount it up here if you want.
Yeah, if you want to put it there, you can try it. I don't know how
You
well.
need a wireless servos to do that.
Yeah. There's a couple of mounting options.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Haley put
Yeah,
his
there's-
here. Everybody tends to put it back here.
Dang.
Nice. At Patric's M4. My tech, we're gonna
don't
see.
even know if it
We're gonna
works
see.
yet.
Yeah, we're gonna find out here in a second. Because if it doesn't work, it'll be cool to watch.
Yeah, before that blade weight gets us me in the forehead. Let's stand behind you. What's up, boys and girls? We have a successful
Oh
hunt.
yeah,
You
dude.
need to level that Swash.
It does not look like an
said, bro,
X3.
there's gotta be a servo arm that is.
I see a head bobble. Your skids are shaking like a crack addict.
Huh.
Oh.
That's cool.
Well,
That's cool. Got the laptop of shame out. We gotta go look at the black box logs. Okay, bring it over here. Does it work?
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
You're smiling.
Well, the wind made me stand my toes a little. It was a little out of there. Not horrible.
Oh wait.
Is this the fucking?
use this as the remaining skid.
It's too tall.
Just push all this fucking.
No, we're good.
shit.
We're good. Just like that.
Activate mass storage.
You recording a how to see if your helicopter doesn't like living video?
Yeah.
I am now a boomer.
I know nothing about black box.
I was on top
I
of
don't
the
know
stuff when it was like coming out, and then it just very quickly surpassed
Surpassed you.
how I can keep up with all of it. Do set points and gyros on the same one.
Set point and
The set point is what you're commanding it to do, and the gyro is
What it's doing.
what it's reading.
So
So if those line up, then that means my radio told my helicopter to die.
Die.
I understand this.
Otherwise, we will see these graphs not be.
I don't know how to. Oh, there it is.
You're making me knowledgeable.
So the black box just ends, suggesting that this is having power issues. And he changed out the ESC and it did it again, so don't think that's the problem. I know this unit in particular is known to be picky, so trying to convince him to change it out and put a Nexus in it. But we'll see what happens. I think the only damage was the skid, so not too bad.
No fucking working.
Things are occurring. Alright.
Take all the kids and the helicopter garbage.
Go over the beans.
Oh my god. Why? Why what?
That's worse.
Why? Oh, the grid for the heroes?
I think we made the Swash worse, not better.
Actually, it's drifting now.
Just deal with it.
First one. Second
It's a little drifty.
It's like very bobbly.
It is a different gyro chip, so you might have to redo the tune a little bit. Oh my. That's some head speed, dude. Okay, so to me, it seems like it was the Matic. Just saying. Based on my observations, I've concluded that the Matic was the problem. It does. Pure flipping with a very unlevel swash is interesting.
I'm sure it's fine. It's a little wobble. You see it? Yeah, it's CG and it's Swash. Oh man.
Brother, ew. How much battery do you have? Do you have different profiles on each flight mode?
That, I do.
Okay, well you need to tune each flight mode then. Yay!
Thank you,
Low voltage cutoff.
Yeah. The moment you asked, how much battery do you have? And I flipped it up, he's like, that much.
That's the kind of shit you like. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's fine. All the head speed. Woo-hoo-hoo. Whoa!
Oh, death roll, like it? Yeah?
Yay!
You dig it? I think it likes it. A little bit of like bounce back. It has that, yeah. What do? Start playing with the dirt like that usually means it's working great. I'm the same way, dude. I was picking grass. It's so predictable. Yeah. Like it doesn't. It reminds me of a brain when you had it tuned really nicely. Kind of robotic feeling, doesn't get slippery away from you. But getting a brain to that point is a
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
It's a lot more work.
What you doing, Patrick?
Oh, nothing. Just some regular maintenance.
It's become pretty regular at this point. Just servo arms, I guess?
Oh, I already swapped those.
Oh, you did?
I'm now chasing the tail buzz that developed after the first crash.
Spindle bent?
The tail spindle, maybe. That's kind of what I...
You didn't just spin it in there with the screwdriver before taking it apart?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
And?
It's straight.
Oh, okay. Well, now what?
We're still doing it.
Okay.
And if it's not this, it's the tail shaft.
Yeah.
All mixed up.
Getting there.
I crashed again since the first time. I'm back at it again.
It's good. It means you're flying, doing something.
Yeah.
It was a 30-second flight.
Oh, well, that was a whole lot of nothing then.
It was a cool 30 seconds.
Well, 30 seconds.
Video, so yeah.
If there's a video, there's something that happened, you know? Proof.
It's not worth crashing if there's no video.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Okay. Round 3.
We got busy flight areas, bro. Testing facility?
Here. There you go. Got some grass to play with.
Why, thank you, sir.
Well, it doesn't.
Get it. Get it. Yeah. Oh. Oh god.
It's not an urge to fill some beans back.
First landing of a fish.
Fuck yeah, you got the green on there.
Good.
Mmm.
We love beans here.
So you said Dean's. I was like,
Beans?
I hate beans.
I fly on my alleys with beans.
yeah, those Dean's?
The micro deans, the
Micro
two
Dean's?
little toothpicks.
Yeah, the pins.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of hoping for 3 crashes on one battery.